All right. I will still wait for a few more of our colleagues to come in. Okay, so we don't have an option other than to start at the moment. So welcome to the blockchain and artificial intelligence essential masterclass. The reason why we call this particular class an essential masterclass is because it's for enthusiasts, and then this takes you actually from the beginners level and start seeing that from wherever your engagement. Oh, okay. I think a couple of people are asking to join. Admit all. Admit. Okay. Wow, this is going to be quite an interesting class. So we have a couple of people already. Okay, I think they are in now. Guys, confirm you can hear me and confirm you can see my screen. Confirm you can hear me and confirm you can see my screen.
I can hear you. Well done today.
All right. So once upon a time.
I can hear you.
All right. So that's a very beautiful voice you have there. So once upon a time, there was this man that was actually working in one of the factories, one of the toothpaste company, and then at a point in time, the man suddenly stopped going to work. Just like imagine your father as you're at home at the moment, or maybe your mom and uncle just stops going to work. Normally, this guy goes to work every day, and then because that was his work schedule, it took about 3 months, and he was not going to work. So his son got curious, and one morning the son asked him a very important question. I said, Daddy? The daddy said, yes, my son. He said, why is it that you've not been going to work for a while now? And then he was like, okay, I would tell you the truth. And then he said that the company actually put him on leave for the last 3 months, that the company would actually call him back when he's done from leave. And one of the major things that does is to maybe give the child like a speculative overview of maybe so that he doesn't know what is actually happening. However, the reality of things is that the man was actually put out of work because there was now no longer a space for him to work at the factory. Artificial intelligence has actually replaced that man at the moment. And there are some reasons, truly. So I want to ask a couple of questions on this call as we kickstart this class. So if you've ever had a reason, okay, so sometimes maybe you tell a human, maybe somebody dies maybe somebody lost his father, and then maybe you need the person to do something, or the person might lose his father and come late to work. Blockchain also work based on smart contracts. So what does smart contract do? Smart contract enables things to be automated, so that when these things are automated, you do not need a third party to be able to do what? To carry out those things. So sometimes, if you've ever seen any situation where maybe somebody lost his or her father, and then maybe the person is not taking excuse, and maybe the person does not come to work, or maybe is not able to complete one or two processes. If you've ever had such an experience, maybe you can just in your heart raise up your hand. Then another thing too is that one of the reasons why we're actually moving into this direction of blockchain and artificial intelligence too is the fact that humans are also very expensive. Imagine, let's say you want to hire, there are some tasks that you can assign to an artificial intelligence bot, or you can assign to a blockchain smart contract after maybe programming it with Solidity programming language. And if you do that, you will see that truly the cost at which you might use to hire like 5-10 humans, you might just use it to maybe do all that task. Okay, let's take for example like a social media manager that you want that social media managers to handle like so many different accounts. However, you can just use a social media scheduler to be able to do that. Or maybe let's say you want to hire somebody like me now to be able to do 1 or 2 jobs for you. It might be a bit expensive. Another thing too is that human beings might be slow. You might send a human being to do a task for you, and then the human being, if the person is trying to do that task for you, maybe the person might need to be in the right frame of mind before the person can accomplish that thing for you. The person might drag a little bit. Maybe the person might need to take his or her bath before he even gets into the mood and get ready for work. If you've ever had a reason, or if any of these different 3 reasons have been something that you have ever looked at, please kindly indicate and raise your hands in this call. Or if it has been a reason you've wanted to maybe fire somebody before, can you raise your hand in this? Can you raise your hand? If any of these 3 different reasons have cut across to you to maybe fire somebody, can you raise your hand? Or maybe replace somebody. I need to, if you've ever had a reason to replace anybody because the person was unreliable, the person was maybe expensive, you could not afford that person's service, or maybe the person was slow to be able to do something. If you've ever had any of these reasons, okay, I have a couple of hands up now. You can just raise your hand by you can just use the palm button, this palm button here, to indicate that you are raising up your hand. So yes, I have some hands up. So that means that if it were left to us, if it were left to us alone, truly, a couple of us would have actually replaced a lot of humans using artificial intelligence and a lot of blockchain technology. The reason why we're focusing on artificial intelligence intertwined with blockchain technology is the fact that truly there is a shift from a degree-empowered economy to an economy of skill, and blockchain skill actually makes the difference. There's a shift from a degree-empowered economy to an economy of skill, and blockchain skill makes all the difference. And just like the story that I told you, the world is actually advancing on blockchain and artificial intelligence. On the 3rd of May 2023, the Federal Executive Council approved the National Blockchain Policy for Nigeria. The vision of this policy was to create a blockchain-powered economy that supports secure transaction, supports data sharing and value exchange between people, businesses, and government. In Dubai, we have a lot of fundraising in terms of millions of dollars. In Africa, we've been raising a lot of funds in the blockchain ecosystem. I see companies getting funded $1 million, $2 million. In fact, a friend of mine that owns this platform, Bitmama, she raised $2 million last year to be able to actually move our platform to the next level. I also saw one of my friends, his name is, they have this platform called Boundless Pay. Yes, Boundless Pay. That's for the African community now. So we're looking at the in-house now. We're looking at Nigeria itself. And we can see that truly the world is actually advancing on it. Now, that means that if you have a project in your heart, truly that you want to do, you can raise money for that type of project. Let's take, for example, in terms of blockchain as a technology now. With the fact that in Nigeria, the Security Exchange Commission has actually approved this national blockchain policy. Let's say some of you here are pharmacists or maybe doctors, nurses, and then let's say during the COVID-19, you finish school, or your dream is to own a big hospital. You want to do that using blockchain, you want to do that using artificial intelligence. You can now say, okay, as someone in the blockchain ecosystem, let me use a particular technology that is associated with Web3 technologies. Now, the difference between Web 1, Web 2, and Web 3 is this. Web 1 was the internet that started in that 1990s, and then if you are on your website, all you can do is to maybe just scroll on your website. You can just scroll like this. The internet you can just scroll and read information. It was like a read-only internet. the internet we are using now, or the web we are using now, what me and you are using now, is called Web 2. And the Web 2 is characterized by you being able to like, share, and comment. Before now, you could not like, share, comment, or even maybe upload data like very easily on different platforms. And this is the web that we are on now, Web 2. With Web 3, which is the technology, which is the web of the future, the reason why Web 3 is so exciting is because it has a lot of properties of the blockchain. And some of the properties of the blockchain that Web 3 has is, number one, transparency. Number two, immutability. When we say immutability, it means that whatever has been digitally signed on the blockchain or whatever is imputed on the blockchain cannot be changed at all. When we say immutability, we mean that whatever has been signed or imputed on the blockchain can never be changed at all. And then irreversibility and value sharing. So with Web3, we can see that we can monetize a couple of things. We can see that we can create our own economy around the Web3 ecospace and the Web3 ecosystem. And there are opportunities available with blockchain technology. Opportunities like what I was saying the first time. I was saying, let's say some of you are doctors and pharmacists, and maybe when you were in school, before you finished school, you were thinking of really building one of the biggest hospitals or having one of the best hospitals. You can now say, okay, let me do that using Web3. I'm positive some of you must have heard of things like maybe NFTs and maybe wallets, decentralized wallets, and decentralization. So how can that actually help you if you are in the blockchain ecosystem? So you say, during the time, let's say you think of it innovatively like this and say, maybe COVID 2020, when the COVID happened, there were a couple of women that had breast cancer that were displaced from their homes. And because these women had breast cancer and they were displaced from their home, let's build a hospital, a befitting hospital, just like what Dangote is doing at the moment, a befitting hospital to see that these women can have access to quality health care. You can now decide to do what is called crowdfunding using the blockchain technology and be able to develop such a hospital as an upcoming pharmacist or doctor, because ideally you might need to work for 10 years to be able to maybe gather that level of money or maybe gain trust of a lot of people to even build such a hospital. So what you do is maybe you launch something like an NFT collections. So these are some of the opportunities. So you can go on something like an OpenSea. And the reason why I'm going on OpenSea.ai now, OpenSea, OPENSEA. Okay. OPENSEA. Okay, OpenSea.io. Yes. So I want to paint a picture for the healthcare guys. We'll go to finance, we'll go to a couple of things with the blockchain and some of the opportunities available there. So imagine that these are like pictures of women that have breast cancer, and then African women or women in Nigeria. Is there anybody? Okay, we have a lot of, these are Nigerians. Yeah, we have. Okay, let's say you are in Port Harcourt, somewhere in Rumugbo, I think, or Rumokoro. I think that is like one place a lot of people might really resonate with now. So imagine like these women now. You now draw pictures of women and say, wow. You draw pictures of women and say these women with breast cancer, maybe you show their dilapidated conditions, how much they are suffering and all that. This picture that I'm showing you now, don't imagine it is this fine. Imagine that you are seeing women that are so suffering in different backgrounds, not this kind of women that are bawling here. So you see that you might not have like maybe empathy. People might have empathy on this type of pictures. They will see this type of pictures and then they will place prices on this type of pictures. When they place prices on this type of pictures, imagine these pictures are selling at one Ethereum. So let's say you launch a collection of 200 pieces of this type of pictures, or maybe 1,000 pieces of this type of pictures. If you launch 1,000 pieces of this type of picture, it means that you have 1,000 Ethereum. And what is the value of 1,000 ETH today? what's the value of 1,000 Ethereum in dollars as of now? The value of 1,000 Ethereum in dollars as of now should be about let's see, that should be about $1.8 million. So if you have $1.8 million, you can now successfully build that hospital that you want. That hospital will be running. The people that's your investor that bought these different blockchain assets, which are like these NFTs in the Web3 now, they would need to, so for you to now access the service of the hospital, you will need these NFTs to show them as a form of identity to gain access to that particular hospital. And then you can also now say, okay, let's tie a token to this NFT. So the token, a token like maybe, there are different tokens in the world. A token like maybe Ethereum, you can, or in your own case now, it will not be Ethereum. Maybe you tie a token like, let's say the name of the token is DAI token. Or a lot of you guys, Shiba Inu. Let's say Chainlink. The name of the token is maybe Chainlink, or the name of the token is African women suffering from breast cancer. So you tie that particular type of token to this picture using smart contract. When you tie that particular token to this type of pictures using smart contract, it then means that for people to access the new facility, which is the new hospital that you just built, they need that token to be able to access it. And this is where the forces of demand and supply comes into play in terms of economics. And then as people are demanding for these tokens to be able to access that facility, because you will now ensure that people are not paying with Naira, people are not paying with dollar, people are not paying with anything. The means of payment to be able to access the service of your newly built infrastructure, which is the hospital, becomes this type of token. And you will see that the value of the NFTs, which is the initial asset that your investors use to even invest into your dreams, using crowdfunding source. Before now, if people crowdfund into your project, they don't really have transparency of what you use the money for, what the money is going into. They will be able to see the transparency of what you are using the $1.8 million on the blockchain, because they can see where the money is moving to, and the value of whatever they invested into you will start going up as well, because people will now start demanding for these different NFTs. So instead of 1 Ethereum that they bought these NFTs with, it will go up to maybe 2 Ethereum, 3 Ethereum. A couple of things, it will ensure that the investors get value for their investment on the long run, and it will also see that you create your own economy and even achieve your dreams, because you would have successfully built a very good hospital. How about for those of you that maybe want to engage with blockchain using finance, or maybe some of you that maybe are interested in maybe trading cryptocurrencies from the financial market? So for those of you that are interested in doing that, you can then say, okay, with the blockchain technology, I want to get into the financial market and be able to trade the volatility of these assets and profit from the volatility that is associated with the market. And then you can see that with what I have on my screen, I currently have the coin market capitalization table on my screen. And the coin market capitalization table that you can see on my screen is called an aggregator. An aggregator is like a database that holds the statistics of all the cryptocurrency and the market data per time. So because it holds the statistics and market data per time, you can see the up, some of them are going up, some of them are coming down. So you can start profiting from this type of volatility. I have a few slides. I have one of my masterclass slide here for people that are really, really interested in gaining access into this type of space, people that want to understand digital finance. So you see, the blockchain is actually big and broad. You can use the blockchain for healthcare system, you can use the blockchain for voting system. Let's say the current election that just finished in Nigeria, if we wanted to use the blockchain as a technology to say, okay, we want to solve the problem of election fraud in Nigeria. You remember I told you that the properties of blockchain, immutability, transparency, and irreversibility. We say, okay, there are 200 million Nigerians, 50 million accredited voters. We issue, just like with the Bitcoin now, the highest number, Bitcoin only has 21 million tokens that will ever be available. And you can see that because of these 21 million tokens that will ever be available, just look at it, maximum supply of Bitcoin, the maximum supply of Bitcoin is 21 million. total supply of Bitcoin currently now is 19.4 million. Right? Total supply of Bitcoin now is at that particular price. You now say, okay, let's issue 50 million tokens and we'll call it INEC token. So in this case, it will not be Bitcoin. In this case, it will be called INEC token. So INEC token, we have 50 million and we give it to every single Nigerian that wants to vote. We send it to their wallet. Once it's 12 p.m. that day, voting starts. Every accredited voter send because every voter will now be assigned to one vote to one wallet, one token to one wallet that you can use to cast that your vote. You will see that with the blockchain, just like computer-based tests, you will be able to see instantaneous results so they start by 12, maybe end by 4. Every accredited voter, if it is only 30 million that voted, there's only 30 million tokens that would go. And there's something in blockchain called DAO, which is decentralized autonomous organization. So we'll separate it and say one DAO is APC, one DAO is PDP, one DAO is Labour Party, and all that. So you will see that maybe that 30 million tokens, maybe 20 million went for, just think of wherever they want to go. I don't want to be so political, but let me just say 10 million went for APC, 10 million went for PDP, 10 million went for Labour Party, and that's 30 million. You will truly see that there is a tie at the moment, and which cannot be what's contested, and maybe 12 million went to this thing. And you see the instantaneous results, just like computer-based tests. You will see the instantaneous results of that election results at the moment. With the blockchain, there's something called an explorer. That explorer allows you to see all the transactions that have ever happened on that blockchain. So we might not decide to maybe do the election vote on what. So this is how you go. I think this is how you check the explorer. Okay, can you see? Can you see chain explorers here? So if I go on blockchain, can you see what I'm clicking now? So if I go on this explorer now, you will see all the people that have voted on that day. What are the benefits that this will do? This will see that it will reduce election fraud. It will see that those coppers that used to die during elections, they will no longer be dying. Money that is used to move infrastructure, it will save so much things. And this is one other benefit that blockchain can actually do what? Can actually offer. For those of us interested in engaging, interested in engaging with blockchain on that level of voting. So blockchain offers a wide variety of opportunities. It offers a wide variety of opportunities, and one of the opportunities that it offers is the fact that you can also get into digital finance and understand ABCs. Once you start understanding technical fundamental analysis, risk management, mass adoption, NFTs, and all that, you can actually take advantage of the volatility in the market and make high level of profit from the market. There was a time I was building my house 2 years ago. I actually bought this cryptocurrency called Shiba. I think I bought just $60 worth of it at the beginning of the year. And at the end of the year, I was actually building my house that period, and I forgot the wallet that I kept that cryptocurrency. And that $60 actually turned into about $11,000, which I actually used to complete the house that I was building at that particular time. In 2022, during the COVID-19, there was a cryptocurrency that gave us an airdrop. That cryptocurrency is called Uniswap, this particular Uniswap. And that was the sweetest palliative. If you notice, that time people were looting a lot of palliatives in the country. In Delta State, yeah, because I'm a worry boy. And we did not see palliative to loot. But however, blockchain gave me my own palliative during that period because I got free airdrops or free token from this Uniswap. And that free airdrop was worth about 2.something million as of that time. In fact, 3 months ago in March, there was a particular cryptocurrency called Arbitrum. They did an airdrop, and I got that airdrop in my wallet. ARB, Arbitrum. This is the Arbitrum token. ARB. You can see Arbitrum ecosystem. ARBI. Can you see that? Arbitrum. So I did I got this particular token or this particular airdrop, and it was worth 1.7 million. At a point in time, it was actually way much more than that, truly. But I did not sell it on time, and because I didn't sell it on time, It's now dropped down to that particular amount. So there is also a lot of free money available with the blockchain ecosystem. And artificial intelligence is not also left out because they work side by side with the blockchain ecosystem as well. I was reading a report from McKinsey, and it says that the artificial intelligence ecospace will be generating nothing less than $4.4 trillion on a yearly basis. That's actually more than the GDP of Spain, Morocco, and I think one other country like that combined. So today we want to discuss some of the benefits of actually learning blockchain and artificial intelligence. And you see, truly, blockchain and artificial intelligence creates new job opportunities. Like for someone like me now, I studied electrical electronics engineering, and I finished from Covenant University, and I started working as a customer service representative at MTN at a point in time, which I from there went into modeling because I did Mr. Universe Nigeria, Mr. Nigeria at a point in time. But however, today I'm with you on this call and I'm teaching you about blockchain. By God's grace, I've also been able to build a global company. I'm an entrepreneur. I have staffs that are employed under my brand. We have a staff strength of over 11 here at Vorem. And you can see that it has created new job possibilities for me. And if I want to also become a blockchain developer now, I can get into blockchain development. And unlike other normal software developers that earn small amount of money, as a blockchain developer, the lowest a junior blockchain developer can earn is actually about $10,000 to $20,000 on a monthly basis, and you can just quickly be able to go upskill yourself with these different possibilities, these type of different courses on this platform, and be able to see that okay, you can actually start developing yourself to start gaining mastery of this particular skill set. You know, in the words of Albert Einstein, mastery demands all of you or none of you. And like I said, there's a shift from a degreed empowered economy to an economy of skill. And artificial intelligence and blockchain skill makes the difference. And there's actually reliable data to show that the need for this skill is actually growing. Michael Saylor, which is the CEO of MicroStrategy, a software company, in fact, they bought about 15,322 bitcoins 2 days ago, which was about 1 point something million in terms of dollars. And they have one of the biggest Bitcoin holding in the world. He said that once in a while, once in every generation, a new platform, a new technology comes that if you learn it in the first 5 years and ensure that you get it very right, you become immortalized. You become an immortal in that particular technological space. Just like people took advantage of the internet, of the .com bubble, and today a lot of them are cashing out of it. So now that artificial intelligence and blockchain is still new, it is a good time to actually get into it. So artificial intelligence, for those of you that are creators, those of you that are maybe social media managers, those of you that are graphic designers and animators, you can use artificial intelligence to also speed up some of your work. Okay, so like in my company here, I think there was a particular work I was doing yesterday. Let me see if it is still on my. Okay, it's cleared out. It's cleared out. I wanted to quickly show you that that work I was doing yesterday, and I used an artificial intelligence creator or an artificial intelligence creator to be able to draw out those images out, and it was very fast. Instantly, I did not need to go and search the whole internet for stock photos, so my work was faster. You can also use artificial intelligence. Maybe you code something on the blockchain, so you want to deploy a smart contract. After coding or trying to deploy that smart contract, you know, sometimes when you write a code, it might not work, and you need to debug that code. You can then use artificial intelligence to debug that type of code. And when you use artificial intelligence to debug that type of code, you can say, let's say the artificial intelligence you want to use, let's use the popular chatbot, which is ChatGPT. I think this would resonate with a couple of us, so that we have something that's familiar with everyone. And okay, like see here. Okay, yeah, I was trying to write it, but I was trying to finish my book. My new book is coming up tomorrow, which is on my birthday too, and I was trying to finish that particular book using artificial intelligence. The title of the book is From Code to Consciousness, and you can see that that book is a product, and I use artificial intelligence to be able to get that product very fast into the market. I use artificial intelligence to be able to bring out one or two things out of it. We were talking about coding earlier, so you can say, write me a code. Let's go to new chat. Let's say you want to put, those of you that are starting with maybe Python, one or two things, just say write me a code that can deploy a card game on the blockchain. On the, okay, let's be specific. Let's say on the Binance blockchain. So write me a code that can deploy a card game on the Binance blockchain. So you want to put a card game out on the Binance blockchain. You want people to be paying with it using BUSD, that's Binance USD, and a couple of things. So now you quickly, this code has just been written out for us. You can copy this code, take this code to remix.org. Well, I'm doing a couple of practical on this class because it's a masterclass, truly. Else, I don't really need to do much. I don't really need remix.org. Remix.org is the place where we do, I think, remix, yes. Is the Ethereum blockchain where we deploy codes. This is where we deploy codes into different smart contracts for the blockchain. So you take that code, bring it on your remix, paste the code here. When you paste the code here, you now deploy it. If the code is giving you error, you just come and say debug. So for those of you that are developers that might like to go into development and you don't want to learn coding from the scratch, artificial intelligence can also help you get better with blockchain coding. So you can see remix.ethereum.org. It also, so to deploy this contract on the Binance Smart Chain, you can use remix. So it is even giving you the way that you can use it to deploy again on the blockchain. And you can say debug. If the code is not working, you can say debug this code and fix errors. Debug this code and fix errors, and it will debug that particular code for you and fix the errors on it. And then once you take it to your remix.org and launch it out, you will see that it will work and you can have a product in the market in the shortest space of time. Before now, you might need to pay somebody some really good amount of money to be able to see that becomes a possibility. So you can see that the career paths and the job opportunities are extremely numerous, and people can pay good money for this, even though you are charging 100,000, 50,000, 10,000 just to do this for somebody, that because knowledge is power. Whatever you know, you use it to get better than the other party once you're in the market. And you can see that truly this can actually help you out. Then using blockchain, you can also get paid faster worldwide, and you can avoid account lock. So I've seen a lot of people complain about the fact that maybe their PayPal account was locked, the fact that maybe their PayPal account was locked, their Stripe account was locked. Just think of all the locks that you can possibly want to find out in the world. So they'll tell you that these things happened though. This thing got locked and all that. But we can have a situation where truly, even though if you are using the blockchain as a technology, so let's come back again and let's come back to our screen now. Payoneer account was locked, but with blockchain you don't have any issue where maybe there's an account lock or anything of such, because with blockchain nobody is going to be able to lock your account. So somebody can actually pay you money from anywhere in the world, Pakistan, Thailand, Trinidad and Tobago. Just think of it. They can actually pay you, Yemen. and all those type of funny country name, and then you will see that your account is not actually locked. You can get the money, you can exchange it for cash down here in Nigeria and be able to make high level of profit from it. Now, another thing that is very important for us to quickly cover in this class is for us to actually look at some of the examples of blockchain, some of the examples of the use case of artificial intelligence and blockchain. I actually did a bit of practical for this for the coders, and blockchain can actually be used in sales, and artificial intelligence and blockchain are being used in sales and marketing to write great ads copy, get verified users, and enhance results to make these things better. So how do you want to use such a thing now for those of you that are marketers, for those of you that are maybe in one or two field? You can just possibly go to this place. There's somewhere here called templates on my chat GPT. Now you can see there's somewhere down here to my low left. You can see this place, templates. That place of template, I choose a category. When I choose a category, the category I choose, I can say, okay, what do I want to do in this category? Do I want to market? Do I want to put a social media post out? I can say, okay, it's marketing I want to do. I can say, what's the category? I want to use this framework. I can say I want to use the ADIA framework, the FAB framework. And if I say I want to use the ADIA framework, let's take, for example, let's all go through this together. It will give me another interface and say, which language do I want to write my marketing campaign in? Let's say we wanted to do a marketing campaign before for this particular conference that we're on now. And if we are doing a particular campaign for this conference we are on now, we would have come to this place and say, okay, somebody should suggest the writing style we will use for this type of campaign. Should we use an expository, a descriptive, a creative, a persuasive, a poetic, or a technical writing style? Someone kindly suggest quickly so we pick one of them. What was your preference? You can unmute yourself and respond. What's your preference for what we should use in this writing style? Should we use persuasive? Let's say we wanted to do a marketing campaign for this particular conference. Should we use a persuasive marketing style, a persuasive writing style, a technical writing style?
Please, I believe she will meet herself and speak. I don't want to listen. I'm not to learn it. I suggest one of you just pick up this.
Okay, who is selecting what we should use? Eruke, which writing style should we use? Omonego Esther, which writing style should we use? Kings.
I think persuasive is fine.
Persuasive, okay, it will help us to actually get more people into this. Okay, with our voice tone, should we use? I can see dry. I can see dry. Okay, we don't want our campaign to be dry. Some people, you can see some campaigns that are actually also edgy. Some campaigns can come out fun and friendly. Okay, I think we should use informative and persuasive. So describe your business or product. In this case, our business and product is yes, youth empowerment summit, and we are doing something like future ready skills. Because these skills, they are not being taught in universities at the moment. Like I said, there's a shift from a degree-empowered economy to an economy of skill. And blockchain skill, artificial intelligence skill makes all the difference. I was looking at LinkedIn a few days ago, and you will see ChatGPT experts as a requirement for you to be able to get a job somewhere. Chatbot experts. you need to be able to know how to use some of this framework to your advantage. So let's execute this template now. We are using, what framework do we use? We use ADIA, the ADIA framework. That's what to use. So if we click on execute, let's see what the ADIA framework will give to us. So the ADIA framework, ADIA, it tells you about the attention, discover. Can you see that? Can you see that? Wow. Are you ready to unlock your true potential and pave your way into a bright future? Look no further. Introducing the Youth Empowerment Summit Future Ready Skills, where dreams meet opportunity. Ignite your interest. Why attend the seminar? In this rapidly changing world, traditional education alone is no longer enough to excel. The Youth Empowerment Summit is your transport to gaining the essential skills and knowledge that will set you apart from the crowd. We have carefully created this exciting lineup of industry experts, thought leaders, and visionaries that will guide. So you can see that in less than 2 minutes, what you would have been trying your best to type and break your head. Well, okay, what are these? So discover the desire. So why should you ADIA? Remember ADIA. So it will tell you, it will put a desire action this thing for you. So why should you actually desire to come to this workshop? Because this workshop is an empowering workshop. Here you get to meet people, you get to network globally. These are some of the desires. And like, as we have been learning from this thing, we have been looking at a couple of things that are inspiring. So this should drive your reason for so this marketing campaign that we're doing. You can see I connected with Erike now. Erike might, in the next few days, Erike might travel to Canada, might go to US, and now I have somebody, a global network from this particular Youth Empowerment Summit. And ADIA, you can see that action is also giving us an actionable or a call to action point. It said, don't miss out on this incredible opportunity to equip yourself with the skills and the mindset necessary to thrive in tomorrow's world. You can see date of the summit. We'll edit this, put the date, we'll put the location, reserve your Kiniko, and do what? Unlock. So these things have made businesses seamless, innovative. It has reduced cost. Do you know what it will cost you to get a writer? Like, we have 2 writers in my company. Ideally, we pay those 2 writers about 100. One of our writers 150 plus thousand, another one like that too. So on a monthly basis, for me, for my writers to give me something like this, ideally on a normal day, I will pay them about 300,000. But you can see that artificial intelligence, blockchain skills, like we just did blockchain programming on top here, artificial intelligence for marketing here. You can see that this will save me 300,000 naira cost in terms of writing on a daily, on a monthly basis now, which means that I can take that money and invest it back again into my business for better growth. And if you might try to overlook these things, but I tell you, this is the reason why artificial intelligence will actually replace a lot of jobs. Blockchain skills will replace a lot of jobs. And these things are also helping doctors to diagnose treatment plans better, just like we explained earlier with the case of the healthcare. So if you are looking to future-proof your career and make a real impact in the world, learning blockchain and artificial intelligence is a smart choice. You need to start by building a strong foundation for knowledge, then look for opportunities to apply your skill to real-world problems. So I said, why is blockchain a must? You can see it's changing industries and making them more efficient, reducing prices, and making them transparent. Innovation is there. It builds better trust and gives prosperity for all. You can see the way that thing wrote that campaign for us. If you had done that with your hand, ideally, maybe if you had done that with your hand, you might not get that concise marketing framework that we got now. But because you did not do that with your hand, you can see how concise that marketing framework came out. And if you are as excited as I am about the possibilities of blockchain and this thing, I would say let's get into some practical. We did a couple of them already, for the practicals, and let me just quickly use one more for that. Let me just quickly go one more practical for you. Okay, one more for those of you that watch YouTube videos so much. So one more practical I'm going to go for this particular session, because we want to be able to tie this up already. So let's say I'm watching a YouTube video now and want to look at. I want to quickly. I may not have time to watch this whole content. My 12 okay, so this is one of my favorite guys.
What do we really want to do?
He's a billionaire, and I can say, okay, I don't want to watch this video. I cannot. Maybe I don't have 15 minutes to spare. What are the key insights of this video? I think. Let me see. Well, I think mine just expired, but let me try again. Wow. Okay, so make a let me see. So let me click here. What? Okay, I didn't know this has expired. I need to get my card now, but that will take me a while. So the idea behind this actually is this. Let me quickly explain that for you. The idea behind this is that when I want to watch a YouTube video, you see that this YouTube video, from here you can see the speaker challenges the traditional approach to punish it's already giving me a couple of insights already into what this video has. The power of branding. The speaker challenges the traditional approach in business and suggests a culture of praise and reward that can lead to higher performance and motivation amongst employees. So in his 12 hours workday plan, he has a way that he motivates his employees using what? Praise. He praises his employees. Sometimes he gives them reward. Okay, blocking off time in the morning for meetings and tasks that can help create a structured and productive day. So you can see that instead of me to listen to this video, I can just read this summary in less than 5 minutes and be able to do what? Just quickly get the whole summary of this video, and you can apply it to different contents that you have online. So if I even get this, I can now say, okay, I can say the power of branding, right? I can copy this now. Now this video is talking about the power of branding. Let's say I never knew what branding was. I can come here now. I can take this now to another artificial intelligence tool. I can say the power of branding. I can say explain the power of branding. And you can see, voila. And then you have this done instantaneously with concise bullet points, and then you can just copy this and paste it out to someone else. So these are things that blockchain and artificial intelligence have actually been of best use in businesses, for creatives, for sales and marketing, and it can actually benefit your business. It can benefit your growth process, your career. You can become for those of you that don't even want the technical skill, you can become a technical writer. Because all the information you find online, if you want to read anything about blockchain, it's not somebody that wrote it there. And these people that wrote it there, you consume the information that they wrote there, right? So you can become a writer. You can become a media person. Like in my company here, we have a few media guys. And these guys, they don't know how to code blockchain anything. But when I want to shoot video, we must use media guys for them to shoot. So non-technical skills also apply to this different space. And because these non-technical skills apply to this different, I think we have someone here. Let me just quickly admit the person. And because non-technical skills also apply for this, you can actually leverage artificial intelligence technologies and automate your business routine tasks. You can analyze large amount of data and even provide personalized recommendation to customers. Those of you that go on Amazon to shop, once you are shopping, you go and shop for maybe a shoe or a bag. The artificial intelligence will suggest something, maybe like a wristwatch that would complement that shoe and tell you in so and so amount of package. Maybe you shop for phones or something to tell you to buy this extra charger or something, so that it can actually complement that, so that you can actually complement that. So artificial intelligence, actually you can suggest a couple of these things to different people, and it can actually provide better personalized recommendations for your customers. So for you to get better in these things, especially when you want to use artificial intelligence to do an historical effect or to cut short the process of learning blockchain in terms of programming and all that, prompt engineering becomes something that is key. It then means that you need to be able to query these different artificial intelligence tools very well. The kind of prompt that you give to your artificial intelligence, it will determine the results that you will get from it. If, let's say, I said, okay, like for this, I said, give me an investment return analysis. So I was trying to do something for a client, and I said, give me an investment framework. You see, yeah, I said, keep going. I said, keep going. Okay, see, I said, give me an investment framework for this. So it told me if the investor is to invest $16,000, this will be the return. Total investment, that will be the return: $125,000, $250,000, $600. So I'm, as a hedge fund manager, I can use this to do the administrative work too, in terms of people that want to invest into the blockchain. Because of, I said, as the hedge fund manager of the billionairehood, I would like you to provide me with, so you can see, act as, I said you should even act as a third person. Yeah, I said act as the hedge fund manager of the billionairehood. So you can even use artificial intelligence to act as a third person. So I can say, act as an expert programmer, act as a blockchain this, to be able to do this, give this, that, and you will see it will give you very, very powerful results. And that's the reason why my next book coming up, my next book, which is my third book in the market that I'm launching tomorrow, the title is From Code to Consciousness: Bridging the Gap Between Humans and AI for super productivity, for super powerful productivity. Let me admit this person quickly. And I'm looking forward to be able to see that from henceforth that you gained some of these insights, you would start looking to further expand your knowledge in blockchain, artificial intelligence, and get into this. I'm going to give you a list of experts. This is experts for both artificial intelligence and a couple of us also indulge in the blockchain space. So you can write this down. You can follow them on Twitter so that you gain more insight, much more than the scope of what this class has also taught you. So on the basis of this, I want to say thank you very much for taking our time, because we're excellent people. We don't want to stay beyond the time that we presume that we're attached for this. It was meant to be a 1 hour class. We started 8:35. We're ending at 9:27. I would like to quickly give 3 minutes for questions. Any question before we call it a day?
Thank you so much, sir, for the time. Thank you for the sacrifice and all. It's much appreciated. So I think we for questions to go, so that we can call it a day. And for those that are more interested to get further from here, also to continue from here. So I think the floor is open for questions, please.
Any question? You can unmute yourself. And ask the questions. I'm waiting for your questions and your feedback, guys.
Good evening. Thank you for the sharing of the knowledge. Please, I want to know more about airdrops.
Okay, airdrops are sector as available with the blockchain technology. Airdrops are actually ways to get free money from the blockchain ecosystem by interacting with different protocols. You need to be able to gain access to quality information for these airdrops so that you can also get access to quality airdrops as well. And basically you perform a certain number of tasks and you are actually able to, I think yes, galaxy.com. I'm going to give you this free website for those of you that are interested in that. You can find a lot of airdrop campaigns here. And then I also have a community where I put together these profitable airdrops. So for those of you that are interested in going further from this class to learn blockchain and all that, but you can just take this website down, galaxy.com, and then be able to engage with some of the airdrops that are there for you to be able to make money. Most of the airdrops that are here or that you find here, they would actually make you free money, and I think some of them to a large extent are also good. But one thing you must do, you must use a different wallet to engage with this airdrop. You must not use your main wallet, because sometimes maybe some of these airdrop, some of them might be malicious, some of them might come from sources that maybe want to exploit your wallet and maybe hack your wallet. A friend of mine lost about $12,000, I think about 2 months ago, because of she interacted with one of these airdrop smart protocols and they exploited our wallet from there. Airdrops are very good. Like I told you, there was one I got about 1 point something million from recently, about 2 or 3 months ago, which was the Arbitrum token. And we share this type of information every time in the community. So you just reach out quickly to Mr. Emmanuel to be able to gain access to these communities by also getting involved. But this particular website, for the sake of posterity, I've quickly shared this particular website for you. You can see 2K trusted brand, explore your space, Galaxy select. So once you just go on this website, explore it, see what you can do with it, and be able to get 1 or 2 free airdrop materials out of there. For high level of guidance too, to be able to see that these things are extremely successful, reach out to Sir Emmanuel, and then I'll be able to give that guidance on it. Any other question? Does that answer your question first and foremost?
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right, great. Okay, you're welcome. Which other question? Any other question, please? All right. So in this event of no other question, I believe we all had one of the best and amazing time on this particular call today. And I'm looking forward.
Thank you for the information you gave us. You let me know that GDP and open here. Thank you.
All right. You're welcome. It's always a pleasure sharing knowledge. That's the reason why I live to be able to impact, because we truly believe in the potential of African youth to contribute to this fast-changing global economy. And I also want to thank Sir Emmanuel too for having me as a guest on this particular program. I'm grateful. Thank you very much. So on this note, my very good friends, I would love for Mr. Emmanuel to close the meeting so we can call it a day.
Thank you so much, sir. Much appreciated again. Learned a lot. And I still know that there are other things for me to do. So, for our blockchain participants, more information will be given by tomorrow for we to get to join the Voren community. Voren community is actually a community that was created by President to Mr. Government, Dominic, and it's gone far. So there are various packages and various plans also too. Then also going to speak with him for when it's here we can make it easier for persons to participate, get the business and empower themselves to also make money for themselves. That's just the main idea for the son. Get them a particular skill, get to master it, then you can use it to empower yourself. So if you are not on the WhatsApp group for the rest, for those that got to the platform, you can add you, let's just come outside of the rest. You can see directly, latest by Sunday, all the questions you need to be answered concerning this. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Ruben. Thank you, everyone. I think we'll call this a day for today. Exactly 1 hour.
No problem. I'm grateful.
Thank you so much. Good night, everyone.
Best
Sorry,
friend.
this is just how do you get a trusted wallet? I don't know which of the wallets. I had Trust Wallet one time, but because of space in my phone, I gave out what I had in it to someone, and but with this information now, I don't know what.
Okay, you can use MetaMask. If you are not comfortable with Trust Wallet, MetaMask is one of the best DeFi wallets out there, and it's also MetaMask is also a non-custodial wallet. A MetaMask. Let's just go. I'm just typing it out now. Let's look at it. MetaMask here. MetaMask. Just so you can come. It has a fox head type of kidney. You can just go type MetaMask on your what's it called, and then you can just type MetaMask and you'll be able to install it either your phone, your app store, your Play Store. Just think of anywhere at all. You'll be able to install it and then have access to using it for your DeFi purposes and to be able to have these airdrops in your distance. And it is good because you can add a lot of networks to MetaMask. I think you do chain. I think there's something called chain list here. So when you want to add those networks, you go to. So this is a blockchain. This is blockchain related. So when you have downloaded your MetaMask, you need to add some networks to your MetaMask, and you go to chainlist.org. Chainlist.org, you see different networks. So let's say if it is the Ethereum network you want to add, you connect your wallet. When you connect your wallet, and then just like you can see, my own MetaMask is coming up now. I think I've not used this for a while. Let me see. I have to remember password in this thing. So guys, 1 minute. Let me see if I can still remember that, so that I just illustrate this. Okay. Hope this works. So once it's connected, you see the wallet address here. You click add to Meta. Maybe if it's this network, maybe I want to add. Let's say I want to add this Chronos. I can say, okay, add Chronos mainnet beta. So it will click on approve. I will approve for it to add to the MetaMask. So any cryptocurrency I put that is on the Chronos blockchain will be reflecting in my MetaMask wallet now at the moment. Like I said earlier, to be able to, if you really want me to also get deeper into this, you can just quickly reach out to Mr. Emmanuel. We always have classes weekly, and then once you are able to gain access and purchase your access into the community, into the tribe, these are things that you will be learning, as well as the 5 pillars of digital finance that we spoke about a few minutes back, which I ran this. So for those of you, because making money from the volatility of the market is one of the sweetest things, and also getting into this side. Can you see this side, which is the creator's economy, is one of the sweetest part of the blockchain. It's one of the sweetest part of the blockchain. So my very good friends, on this note, I want to thank each and every one of you for taking out time to join this meeting. I celebrate you all, and have a blessed evening.
Thank you, sir.
All right, you're welcome.